any other activities, those will fall under a different category within the full application process.
Okay.
So if you're doing a long-term rental
Yes, sir.
for a class such as Zumba, your schedule would be blocked out.
Oh, okay.
So your time is held for that time
For that
period.
time. All right, then. Thank you, sir. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
Of course, what we will offer is a 200 guest max capacity, and if you're putting out tables, banquet styles, it will hold 150 people. All of that has been verified through the fire department, and you will have access to the kitchen and food preparation area. And we're adding that information in there for the preparation area because, as I shared with the commission, some of the changes are going to take place in the preparation area. Some enhancements. So we are getting some cost that would include improving the preparation area and the kitchen area. Now, is it going to be a full kitchen? No, it's not going to be a full kitchen. It's going to be a warming kitchen. So you can just place your chafing dishes, or you can bring your food and move it in that light. But we will make all of those things available as part of the additional available amenities. Next slide. Unavailable holidays. New Year's Day. We currently rent on these holidays, and the cost for rental at that time period was about $1,300. We're going to take those days away. New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. We are removing those days from unavailable holidays to rent the facility. That's due to staffing.
I just want to say, can you give me
Staffing. Staffing. Next slide. All righty. Here are your procedures and requirements. If you're renting, you meet with the Parks and Rec Director before approval. You submit your application. You can have your pre-event, post-event walkthroughs. Insurance is one of the things that's going to be required, especially if it's alcohol. You're going to have alcohol there. Documentation must be provided 30 days prior to your rental. So there's an opportunity for you if you call on a Thursday or a day before and the building is available, you can rent it, but everything will be due at the time. There is no hold in the facility. That's including your fees and all paperwork, along with your insurance liability with the city as a additional insurer. And the request can only be made for persons who's over the age of 18 years. So that's where your application, the applicant must be over 18 years of age.
Mr. Manager, in reference to the insurance, you have a special vendor that they will have to apply for that insurance?
Well, we are researching it. We know some other municipalities, they work directly with some vendors.
Yes, sir.
But we haven't received that information from our risk management company from Florida Legal Cities as to who they would recommend us to use. But there are companies that offer for individuals to purchase that insurance from.
Right.
You had another question.
I'm sorry, Commissioner King or Polk? King, all right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The second to the last question with the 30 days. So if someone had like a last minute event, how would that work with getting all of the documentation within the 30 days prior to the 30 days? How would that work?
Renting the facility is the requirement of the actual applicant. So when you say how does it work, it's
Well, what I'm saying is the 30. Let's say someone want to rent it less than 30 days in advance.
if they want to rent it less than 30 days in advance. Let's say they want to get it on it's Thursday, and they want to get it for that Friday. They'll have to be diligent in finding that insurance carrier and being able to pay their fee, completing the application, finding the insurance carrier, and paying the fee.
Okay, thank you.
Now, by the time this goes live, I do believe that we will have some list of insurance companies to where we can direct the renter to. And I am aware that there are 2 communities that are, it's a part of the application process, and they just print a button, select a button, but that cost goes to the applicant as well. Next slide.
Hold up. One more question, go back once. For the insurance, is that only for if there's alcohol related or it just
It's automatic.
automatic insurance?
It's especially if you're going to, if it's having alcohol.
Okay.
But there's an additional waiver application part for alcohol-related activities as part of the application as well that's being added. Next slide. Single reservation fees and permits. This is that part of what you're asking. Photo ID required. Request must be made 30 days in advance. Nonprofit groups must provide documentation. This is new information. 100%, when they say documentation, it is called it is just showing proof that you are a nonprofit entity, certified nonprofit entity. 100% of fees due at confirmation. Cancellation must be made within 30 days. No refund unless the city cancels if it's less than the 30 days. So if you make your reservation if it's February and you're making it for April, you're doing it over the 30 days. But if you call within 15 days of your event to cancel, that date has been held, there's no refund that will be eligible to the applicant. I saw a question.
Yes.
Go ahead, Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Back to the third question, with the nonprofit. Now you have groups that are nonprofit and they're registered through SunBiz as a nonprofit, but they don't have a 501c3. If they don't have a 501c3, would they be still considered a nonprofit group, but they're registered with SunBiz as a nonprofit, but don't have a 501c3? Would that still be considered the same?
Let me tell
as
you
a
the
nonprofit?
actual identification that the city is going to be looking for as part of your nonprofit status. Your DR-14.
Okay.
So it's a responsibility of each group to provide documentation to verify nonprofit status to be eligible for reduced rates, 501c3 or 501cs. Nonprofit status form, which is your current copy of your DR-14.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Alcohol permit and PBSO fees due 30 days in advance. So we are no longer requiring applicants, in the last part, fees cannot be waived unless approved by the city commission. We are no longer requiring applicants to make application to the sheriff's department. We are going to do that internally to ensure that security is there. So now, that is a fee. The fees are staying the same. We are remitting the fees to the sheriff's department on behalf of the actual renter applicant. So it is going to be as part of our regular routine business for the law enforcement services. So that is one reason why we are adding the additional 15 days for the renter. So it was normally 15 days in advance, but just to ensure that security is captured, we are adding additional 15 days on the application. Any questions?
Mr. Manager, alcohol permitted and PBSO fees are due 30 days in advance?
There's a separate application if you're using alcohol.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
And you must complete that part as well because it's going to require additional documentation. So it is not just you coming in and serving alcohol. You either have a caterer license in order to do it, you're a bartender. So there are certain licenses required in order to serve alcohol at the events.
Okay.
Now, that's going to be one of the major changes for the facility. And I know it's going to be a learning curve.
Yes, sir.
But it is something that we must have in place. Our current ordinance allows alcohol, and it says if approved by the manager. Therefore, I wanted to read exactly what it said, but it may be issued. Alcoholic beverages may not be dispersed on the facility premises except by special permit, which may be issued by the city manager upon application and upon payment of an application fee. So our current ordinance says application by the city manager, and what we're putting in place is that application as part of us going forward.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
next
Thank
slide.
you, sir.
And now if you have an this is the part, ongoing reservations for the Zumba classes, any other activities that would take place if it's not city related. But if it's a city related, of course, the fees and the permit part won't apply. But those non-city vendors, if they want to use the facility, then they will follow through this contractual process that will come to the commission for full consideration. So requests for that must be done 30 days in advance. Each group limit to once per month unless approved. Monthly contracts may be requested for a period of 2 to 12 months. Payments due in advance. Must apply for renewal 2 months before the end of current permit. Delinquent payments may result in cancellation. Responsible for damages, payment due within 10 days. So those are some of the highlights for ongoing reservations. Questions? Next slide. All right, here's what I think everybody's waiting for. The center fees. Right now, deposits are $300 for non-residents and $150 for South Bay residents. Currently, what we're proposing for non-residents, $500 deposits, current residents, South Bay residents, $250. The rental fee, $11.25 plus 7% sales tax. You get the building all day. You don't have to worry about paying an hourly rate because normally it was $135 per hour with 4-hour minimum. Now you have the building all day at the $11.25. For the holidays that were not listed, $13.75. And if you want to get in the day before to early decorate, the $100, which remains the same as currently situated. If you are doing a repast or a funeral gathering, there's no deposit. It's just a flat rate of $375. Only part about it, you must vacate the building by 7 p.m. Yes, sir.
Any questions, Commissioner?
Yes, with that.
Okay, Vice Mayor.
The 7 p.m. How about if it's a later funeral? Are we still gonna have the family vacate at 7? I mean, they paying the $375. If it was a late funeral, how can we work with that family?
What is the feel of the commission? Now, I will tell you, anything beyond 8 p.m., it's a rental. It is a full rental. I will tell you that. 7 o'clock when we met was a push, but I do understand the lateness of services. But it is the will of the commission as this item is being presented.
Any more questions?
I do. Separate from that.
Wraps up on that. Okay. Let's go back to those fees there. I think that these are, you want to go ahead? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, yeah. So we're not gonna do the hourly at all anymore?
That is not what we're recommending.
Cause that's a pretty steep amount.
It is agreed. From where we are, it is a significant change. And we are still 80% lower than for a 7,000 square foot space. And yes, we may not have some of the amenities and accoutrements that other buildings may have. However, we are still 80% less, and the facility is, we have people paying more than that, just FY, just so you know. So for the things that we could offer in the city of South Bay, the 1125 is a number where we were comfortable, just from staff being presented to the public, but again, to the commission. So if the commission wants to address that, we take that under consideration and advisement.
Question.
Commissioner King?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So those rates, are those rate, did you compare those rates with the rental facilities here in the Glades or other parts of the county?
No, here in the Glades and other parts of the county.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Commissioner Pope.
My recommendation would be, cause that's for a full day, maybe the possibility of adding a half a day.
Okay?
So what would those half a day fees look like? Who wanna split down the middle?
I mean, when you consider a baby shower,
Yeah.
you know, I'm thinking about, cause I know we have facilities that we rent. So I'm just comparing to that facility, also knowing what they're doing in Belglade and in Pahokee. And although, like you said, we have one of the largest facilities, I just don't see some of our family being able to pay $11.25, and it might be for 6 hours for a baby shower. So my suggestion would be maybe to cut it in half. So that's your 11.25,
562.
562. So that's 562, or if you did 6 hours by the 135, that's 810. So you can still say between $500 to $700.
I'll present something to the commission. It may not be those numbers, but I'll present something. We'll work on the rental rate at a 4 hour, 6 hour. It's not going to be too far from where you are, from what's being presented. However, we will work on those numbers for something for the commission to consider.
Another question.
Yes, sir, go ahead. You
And
have the
so
floor, sir.
it's the 11.25 plus tax in addition to the deposit up front and Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there,
Well,
go ahead, sir.
I just want to let you all know, it is happening at the 1125 currently when applicants make application, when they paying for 8 hours. So they are already spending it, which is why we're presenting it in that fashion.
The only thing I see that you're adding on this insurance. That's another add-on as well in reference to your fees also. Am I correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay, right. I think we need to focus on these fees a little bit more, sir, and see how we can work these fees out to be feasible for the renters. Because when you start adding the insurance on that, I think that you have to take that in consideration as well. It's gonna cost them to get this insurance. And also you went up on all your fee, all your rental fees as well, and it's a big number in reference to renting our center out. I know other cities, municipalities, their fees and the way they rent, but take in consideration some of these fees and some of the recommendation from the commission tonight, and let's see how we can come up with some reasonable fees for the individuals.
All right. Understood. Before we go to the next slide, before we end in the next, of course, we didn't change the sound permit for Cox Park, $75 for the sound permit at Cox Park. As of right now, we are awaiting 2 other quotes or proposals to come back for the upgrades and modernizations at Tanner Park. And I want to tell the commission at this moment, the lowest one is $68,000.
Tanner Park or Cox Park?
Tanner Park, just for the building. That's the windows repairs. That is the walk path. That are the doors. Some of the kitchen upgrades. So we are currently at the lowest number of $67,000 for the upgrades and the improvements. I'm not going to say upgrades, the improvements at Cox Park. So I wanted to give you that information as well, which is part of the reason for the numbers being presented to the commission. Because once those upgrades are done, which we are going to do, you're going to have to address that number at some point. And not just to recoup the fees, but just you are enhancing your facility. You're making enhancements to the facility. And what you don't want, you want to be able to keep it in that position and put the dollars back into it when the renters finish with the building. So you don't want to just fix it and don't have any dollars to repair it for the next applicant, for the next renter.
Any questions?
Yes, I would like to just
Vice
see,
Mayor.
when you bring it back to the commission, that we can see that total dollar amount with the application fee, the deposit, the insurance, as well as the sheriff office, and see how much that total amount would be for the full day, the half day, the 4 hours, so we can kind of get a logistic of how much a resident will have to pay if they want to rent out Tanner Park.
Okay. I was going to say applicant now instead of resident,
Well, applicant,
because the
applicant,
numbers are
right.
different for applicants,
Yes, sir.
Applicant, yes.
for residents. Any other questions?
No, sir, continue, sir.
Oh, that's it on
it.
Cox Park. That's the last thing, correct?
All right.
That's the last slide.
Okay.
So that's all I have. We will work on that information and get further, awaiting all the quotes to come in, and we'll keep plugging at it.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate your presentations for tonight in reference to the runner at Tanner Park. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, Commissioner, I entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop. We have 2 more minutes till 7 o'clock. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Moved by Vice Mayor Mike Kelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Poe. Workshop is adjourned. We'll reconvene at 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Deputy Council, thank you for being here tonight. We do appreciate you serving the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for traveling from your home to be with us tonight in reference to our commissioner meeting tonight, Tuesday, September the 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m. At this present time, I just want to say to each and every one of y'all, you want to download our agenda for tonight. The QR code is in the back there. You can download it on your phone, and you can follow us through our agenda for tonight. Thank you. At this present time, we have the roll call, and after the roll call, we have a prayer, and then after prayer, we have the pledge of allegiance of the flag. Madam Clerk, will you call for the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Pope,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Cos.
President, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, the Commission. We'd all stand, please.
Father, we thank you. We thank you for this day, God, that you've so graciously blessed us with, God. We thank you, God, for this opportunity to come out and discuss the city business, God. We pray that you be with our mayor, God, be with this commission, God, be with the officials of the city, God, as we better our community at large. It is in Jesus' name we ask these things. And we all say,
Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. We appreciate that prayer, sir. You know that we never start a meeting without a prayer because God is always going to be in the midst, and I do appreciate you being here as well, sir. Thank you. Disclosure of voting conflict. Commissioner King.
None, sir.
Thank you, Madam. Commissioner Pope.
None, sir.
Thank you, sir. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
None, sir.
Thank you, and none for me either. We'll continue with our presentation proclamation at Madam Clerk, City Manager.
None.
No? All right. Thank you. Opportunity for the public to address the commission, Madam Clerk.
First public, Miss Alicia Pittman.
You speak in your mic there a little louder.
Miss Alicia Pittman.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ms. Pittman.
Alicia Pittman, 242 House Conroe. I'm approaching today because we actually have an update. Initially, when I approached, it was in reference to establishing a Veterans Memorial Park
Yes, ma'am.
in the city of South Bay. I and another resident were actually able to secure 15. Oh, thank you. I and another resident were actually able to secure $15,000 in grants funds. So we want to move forward in establishing that in the South Bay area. Initially, I proposed the triangle green space, but with upcoming construction, that's unusable. I'm now proposing that we work to revitalize that green space right in front of City Hall.
Just one across.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So some of the benefits that I was considering, as well as I'm sure that there are likely additional benefits as well. One, it creates a third space for government employees as well as people who work at the library. So people are able to have lunch out there. We'll have picnic tables as well as covered benches. Another thing, high visibility for tourists. 27 sees a lot of people with signs as well as just the ability to see people using that space. It does create an inviting environment for people who are passing through. It also creates an inviting environment for residents as well. So you have a lot of residents who live right across near the city hall. So families will be able to come through and use that space. While we recognize the city of South Bay is, welcoming to the public, it is, of course, an active workspace. So you want to be respectful of that. In turn of having this space here, you don't blur the lines, but you make it more approachable. And in turn, you will be able to use that space, whether it's like a little library or a covered bulletin, to establish a connection to the residents. So whether it's proposing information or providing, like I said, a little library so they get like free books, it does establish some type of support while being unintrusive.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the idea, Miss Pittman. You know, I don't know what the future plan of that particular land at this present time. As it maybe the city manager meet with it, with whatever the plans is. I think it's a great idea. You want to bring a veteran area in the city of South Bay for not only for the veterans in the city of South Bay, but the veterans in the Glaze area as well. And if any type of way we can work that out to try to bring a veteran area here in the city of South Bay, I think it's fantastic. And I want to thank you for the effort that you are making, and then plus the partner that you have as well. They're trying to get the funding for that particular veteran memorial spot within the city of South Bay. So we'll talk to the city manager about it and see exactly how we can work things out in reference to that there. But again, on behalf of this commission, I do want to thank you for having that wonderful idea of bringing that to the city of South Bay. Thank you. Any questions from this commission? Commissioner
No,
King.
just, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just, thank you for, bringing that, veteran, park, well, the idea of bringing a veteran park here so that we can start celebrating our veterans, here in South Bay and the Glaze area itself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner King. Thank you, Ms. Pittman. Thank you for being here tonight. Do appreciate it. Madam Clerk.
Ms. Pace?
Pace, all right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Precious
Especially
Pace.
use your mic. Thank
My name
you.
is Precious Pace. I reside at 685 Northwest First Street
Yes,
in
ma'am.
South Bay, Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe at the last workshop or meeting, I believe it was the workshop, our city manager proposed creating a new position. I recall the name being Assistant City Manager. So I was wondering, or I would like to know if that position has been approved through the commissioners, or once the positions are created, are they created solely by our city manager? Our city manager also mentioned that the salary could be up to $60,000. So I'm trying to understand who approves the salary for new positions. So in this new assistant city manager position, it's not listed on the website, and from my understanding, it would be listed on the website. However, I do see a position that's called Ecotourism Development and Strategic Communications Director. Has this new position been approved already by the city manager or the mayors, or the mayor or the commissioners? And from looking at the website, it appears that we have a position that's not titled the same thing, but it's economic business development. And I was looking at the role of that position, as well as some of the other positions like park and recreations, as far as the mission of the economic development and business development, and it kind of cross-reference the description of the ecotourism position that's listed. But I would like to know if these positions have went through you guys, have you approved of them? But I would suggest that I would like to see the effort of the commissioners, the mayor, the city manager, to work together to create opportunities for jobs that we have the resources for, and not create a position where we can be putting a salary toward perhaps our youth. Specifically, attention should be, I think, directed toward planning summer jobs for our youth in 2026, modeled other initiatives from the past. And the last thing I wanted to say is that the agenda, or the 3 minutes, where you guys allow the public to comment to be moved at the end of the meeting. Since the public is only given 3 minutes to speak, having this opportunity after agenda would allow items to be discussed better, understood, and more effectively support. We can more effectively support the city. I believe just having those comments toward the end, this change would promote a more informed and meaningful public participation. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Pace. I do appreciate you coming in. Let's go back to the 3 minutes, regardless of where you move the comments for the public. They will still have 3 minutes only.
Correct.
Yes, that's all they will have.
Yes, sir.
Now, dealing with the position that the manager talked to us about in reference to the assistant city manager ecotourism,
Sure.
we haven't approved that position within the city of South. It was discussion during that particular time period by our city manager.
Okay.
But in a
Thank you for
position
the
like
clarity.
that magnitude, have to come back before this commission to be approved by this body here.
Okay.
In reference to that position there. The other positions you're talking about, I think some of the city manager can answer those other questions in reference to those positions, those titles, and their job duties there, because that is a responsibility to take on that, the day-to-day operation. So the question that you asked him in reference to the park and rec, the other position there, if you need some clarity in reference to those positions there, I think he'll be willing to talk to you and tell you precisely what they is and their responsibility as well, because you said that it seemed like a cross-reference in some of those positions in reference to by him creating this new position, assistant manager ecotourism. So I think he'll be able to explain all that to you and let you know precisely what is what. When we sit on these guys, we can't explain everything to you, but some of the things that we can explain to you, as you talked about the new position that he made reference to at the last meeting, that position haven't been approved by this body at all, madam.
Understood.
Thank you, madam. I appreciate it. Mr. Manager, you have anything you want to comment on, sir?
You can meet with Ms. Crystal, give her time that you're able to meet, and we can discuss those items.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Pace. I do appreciate you being here, madam. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for hearing me.
Madam Clerk?
No more comments.
All right, thank you. We do appreciate it. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. The consent agenda, Commissioner minutes, September the 2nd, 2025, and approval of City Commissioner meeting agenda, September the 16th, 2025. Mr. Manager, there's an addition to this agenda.
None.
All right. Any questions in reference to consent agenda by this commission?
Yes.
Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I had submitted a statement that I needed to be included in the last meeting to the clerk, and I don't see it included in this agenda for September the 2nd.
September 2nd.
Yeah.
What it is, that's just, since Olivia is filling in, the clerk had another commitment.
Mr. Mayor,
reference.
may I?
Yes, sir.
The full recording for the meetings are online. And what's submitted here as part of their action items, as for the minutes. So excuse me, I've practiced for several years when we made some changes, is providing action items, and all the full recording for the minutes are available either online, on the video, and on YouTube, on social media, as where the full recordings are available. So it is not the practice of, it is the city's practice of putting action items in minutes. And that is what the commission has been adopting, has been operating under.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Could you forward me that that ordinance? Email that to me
I
so
never
I can
said it
have
was an ordinance.
what a adoption of it, where the city adopted it. You stated the city had adopted this
I said
new
it's practice.
this practice.
Mhm.
So it's not a city ordinance or a statute that it's noted that that is the process of the agenda item getting minutes to be recorded into the agenda?
I'm not sure if there was a full adoption. I can look back. I have to look back at some historical meetings as to, and it may have been a conversation as to how we transition from full minutes to actual action items only.
Okay. Because I had emailed her some statement that I wanted to be included in the, and to be recorded in the September 2nd agenda.
Understanding, but I'm not looking at that. Understanding what you're asking, but I just want to, just for the public that's here tonight, you may have emailed something, but for the record, whatever is captured or done in the meeting is what will be recorded,
Okay.
not necessarily what was emailed.
Okay.
Just for that part, but I will do some research as to when the change took place from full minutes, just 3 city clerks to go, full minutes to action items.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Manager.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Kane. Thank you, City Manager Cameron. In addition, questions from this commission for the consent agenda. Here none, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Wait, hold it just a minute. Yeah, thank you, Vice Mayor. May I have a motion and a second to move the consent agenda to the floor for the discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Poe. Any additional question? Here none, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please? Thank you, Vice.
Commissioner King,
No.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner. Passes 3-1. We'll continue. Resolution 46-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, recognizing Florida City Week, October 20th, 2025 through October 24th, 2025, and encouraging all citizens to support the celebration and corresponding activities, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
The City Commission of the City of South Bay hereby recognize Florida City Week as October 20th, 2025 through October 30th, 2025, and encourage all citizens to support the celebration and corresponding activities. The City of South Bay encourage all citizens, city government officials, and employees to participate in the events that recognize and celebrate Florida City Week, and encourages educational partnerships between city government and schools, as well as civic groups and other organizations. The City of South Bay supports and encourages all Florida city governments to actively promote and sponsor Florida City Week. Mayor, Commission, staff will be recommending approval of said resolution. But some of the activities that would take place is, there's a schedule we will advertise is Meet Your Mayor, Monday, October 20, 2025, Meet Your Mayor at City Hall. We are having an activity where all 3 Tri-Cities mayors will be here at City Hall from 2 to 4 p.m. Tuesday, honoring the everyday heroes. We've had conversation with Rosenwald Elementary School. The staff will go out and honor those everyday heroes. Wednesday, bridging business and government. Each of the commissioners will be provided some of the addresses in local businesses where you're able to go out and discuss economic development, listen to any of the business concerns, and just bridge that gap between business and government here locally. And a fireside chat. So we've been in conversations with, not Rosenwald, I apologize, with Lake Shore Middle School. We will have an informal chat with the pre-law group that will take place with some of the staff and the mayor, the local mayors. It's just exploring careers in law, civic duty, advocacy with the pre-law group. So we're just gonna have a fireside chat with those students. And then we'll just on Friday have a refocus and recharge activity here with the staff. So just some activities planned to honor Florida City Government Week. So staff is recommending approval.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 46-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kevin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Polk. Any discussion from this commission for Resolution 46-2025? Here none, Madam Clerk, would you call for the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cos.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Thank you, Commissioner. Passed by all commissioners. Resolution 47-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, approving legislative priorities for the 2026 legislative session, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, adoption of the 2026 legislative priorities, including reservations for amendments. The City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida hereby adopts the 2026 legislative priorities as set forth in Exhibit A, which I will go through at this moment. And the City Commission reserves the right to take action on additional legislative issues if determined necessary by the Commission. So here we will have our local funding request. It is the Palm Beach Roadway Improvement and Beautification Project totaling $800,000. This would include pedestrian enhancements, cycling infrastructure, traffic flow and safety improvements, beautification features, and some sustainability measures along Palm Beach Road. And that is $800,000 request. Also,
Mr. Manager, in
yes.
reference to that, could you put Palm Beach Road / Martin Luther King as well, sir? Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir.
And also the Senior Services Modernization Project. Now, I did tell the commission and the public that we would not make a request for any upgrades or any construction for the community center, emergency shelter center, or anything of that sort. However, in conversations, I'm seeing senior services activities. I'm seeing traction for senior services centers taking place. Some renovations to facilities that's where our seniors congregate and where they congregate and operate. So I took a punch at it and say, let's submit one for our Tanner Park, our recreational hall. So it is to modernize our existing facility. So some of the things that we are making an effort to do with our dollars internally, we're going to make that request for additional modernization, for a modernization project upward to $400,000 at the recreation hall as well. And we also will support funding for various needs for grants, support the Florida League of Cities and National League of Cities as well. So item being presented to the commission tonight is your 2026 legislative agenda. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 47-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
Moved.
Moved by Commissioner Polk,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. In addition, question from this commission? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cos.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. It passes by all commissioners. Commissioner, thank you. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. Resolution 48-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, rectifying the city manager's submission of a State of Florida Rural Infrastructure Fund Program application for the fiscal year 2025-2026, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, the City of South Bay submitted a Florida Rural Infrastructure Fund Program grant application in the amount of $298,000 to develop the groundwork for future infrastructure development to drive sustainable tourism and economic growth in the region. If awarded, Phase 2 will prepare a preliminary engineering report, complete pre-construction design documents, and develop detailed cost estimates for water, sewer, stormwater, electrical, roadway, and site infrastructure. These essential pre-construction activities will establish readiness for development that will drive tourism, strengthen infrastructure, and boost the local economy. And this is all centered around the Village by the Lake project. Staff is recommending approval.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 48-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
Move.
Moved by Vice Mayor. Okay. Moved by Commissioner Polk, second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. In discussion from this commission for Resolution 48-2025.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner King.
I would like to table this item so I can get more clarification due to the fact that I'm just receiving my agenda on yesterday afternoon, so I didn't really have any time to really research the agenda. So want to move to table this item if we could.
You making a motion to table this item? Okay. Commissioner Kelvin and Commissioner Polk, and you reference to rescind that, and we have her table this particular resolution.
Considering that this is important, we're talking about grant dollars, we're talking about the Village by the Lakes, what we're trying to do. I think we should go forward with it because time is of the essence when you're talking about these grants here.
And Mr. Mayor, I understand that, but like I say, I just received my agenda I had to call in and request it on yesterday, so I didn't have time to research this item. So I would be able to vote on it for the best interest of our residents. So I'm asking at this time to table this item so that I can get a more understanding about it.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, it is perfectly fine if it's tabled or if it's voted upon. However, you're ratifying this submission. The application has been submitted to Florida Commerce because it was due last week. So for record-keeping purposes and to keep the residents informed, what this administration practice, this city manager, our practice is to bring grants so that the commission and the public is aware of the grants that's being submitted and prepared and submitted for city activities. So those are the things that we do just for information. Now, some of the larger grants that we submit, some of those $1 million grants, they require resolutions and adoption in advance of. And at the same time, those dates are published in a fashion to where we are able to get the approval in advance of going forward. So just as a customary and best practice, also from a record keeping perspective, we submit this application, these resolutions to the commission. So I do understand that there was a email mishap with the commissioner receiving her emails. I know this is the first time that has ever occurred to where you've made a contact to get the agenda item just with an oversight from the clerk's office. This item is coming it's been submitted. However, staff is able to answer any questions that the commission may have or whatever action the commission would take on the item. So, but it is being considered as an.
Go ahead. Wait till the city
It
manager.
is being considered. It has been submitted as of last week, but I welcome any questions the commission may have.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Manager, thank you. We can move forward. Thank you.
Are you sure about that, Commissioner?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay. All right then. Thank you. Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any additional discussion from this commission for Resolution 48-2025? Here now, Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner Kane?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Commissioner, passed by all four commissioners. We'll continue. Resolution 49-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute the attached neighborhood engagement and transformation grant program agreement between Palm Beach County and the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations,
Thank you,
providing
Madam.
for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Appreciate that. City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, the City of South Bay submitted a grant application for the Neighborhood Engagement and Transformation Grant not to exceed $15,000 for a community outreach project. The project entails the procurement of professional services for the purchase and installation of rectangular hip roof playground shade structures at Cox and Tanner Park at a total cost of $10,000. And the procurement of professional services to repaint the basketball courts at Cox and Tanner Parks totaling $5,000. Hereinafter known as the Neighborhood Outreach Project. The City Commission of the City of South Bay hereby authorize the city manager to execute the attached neighborhood engagement and transformation grant agreement attached hereto as Exhibit A and take all necessary and expedient action to effectuate the intent of this resolution.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Have a motion and a second to move Resolution 49-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval.
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Pope. Any discussion per Resolution 49-2025 before this commission? Here none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Thank you, Commissioner, passed by all commissioners. Resolution 50-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute the attached services agreement between PropLogix LLC, DBA Orange Data Systems, and the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, the City of South Bay is in need of a service provider to assist the city with streamlining our lien searches. PropLogix LLC, doing business as Orange Data System, is engaged in the business of providing certain real estate-related software and services. The city is desirous to enter into a service agreement with ODS to provide said real estate-related software and services. What this does not impact our fee for lien searches at all. When real estate transactions or title companies are doing lien searches, they are already working within a certain software, PropLogix, Orange Data Systems. Our current fee will remain the same, and Orange Data adds a fee on top of it, and that is where they get their dollars. That is how they make their money. But we are still, our lien searches will be done more efficiently and timely, and the paper would go away because all of the information would get uploaded with our current iWorks technical system here at City Hall. So this would just really streamline and assist those real estate transactions from waiting on our paper research here internally to a more efficient way. So staff is recommending approval.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 50-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Pope,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. In discussion at this present time from
Yes,
this
Mr.
commission,
Mayor.
Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This company, were there additional companies that, first of all, did this project went out for a bid? And
did
was
not.
there any other companies that sent in the bid?
There were no bids.
And what is the total cost for this services that the city will be paying for?
There's no cost for the service the city will be paying for.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner King. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Any additional questions from this commission? Here none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Commissioner. Passed by all four commissioners. Resolution 51-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, approving to enter into the memorandum of understanding with Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County for debris management, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Cameron.
Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County prepared a memorandum of understanding to establish a path for municipalities who wish to partner with the authority to satisfy the requirements created by the passage of Senate Bill 180 emergencies, on which went into effect July 1, 2025. So in the event of a storm or similar natural disaster, the authority and the municipality agree to work cooperatively for the purposes of debris management and for the use of debris management sites operated by the authority. Senate Bill 180 regarding emergencies will make several requirements as outlined in your backup that Palm Beach County Solid Waste Authority is able to meet. So as our current debris site, we are signing onto this MOU. So staff recommends approval for the MOU debris management.
Thank you, City Manager Cameron. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 51-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval? Moved by Commissioner Polk.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any additional questions for this Resolution 51-2025? Hear none, Madam Clerk, do you read for the record? Will you call the roll, please? I'm sorry.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Klaus.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Commissioner. Passed by all commissioners. Resolution 52-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the sale of a parcel of city-owned land to Thomas Stinson Sr. and TM Wild West Wings LLC, as more specifically described in Exhibit A, and in the amount of $15,000. Authorizing the conditions for sale, authorizing city manager and mayor to execute all necessary documents, authorizing the city clerk to record all necessary documents for the sale of the property, providing for adoption of representations, providing for the effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Cameron.
Mayor Commission, the City Commission of the City of South Bay hereby authorize the sale of the vacant property located at 40 U.S. Highway 27 North, as more specifically described in Exhibit A, in the amount of $15,000 between Thomas Stinson and the City of South Bay. The mayor and the city manager are authorized to execute any required documents in order to implement the intent of this resolution, subject to the approval as to form and legality by the city attorney. Let's take a drive down memory lane. April 15, 2015. This commission authorized under Resolution 12, 2015 to sell the property to Thomas Stinson for the development of TM Wild West Wings, as well as the cleanup of the Brownsfield site. For the past 10 years, we have operated 10 years plus some months, 3 months or so, under the auspice of cleaning the site, knowing that we were going to sell that site to Mr. Stinson. 10 years is the time frame, and we have made some advancements in preparing the site to for it to be clean. As we've shared in extensive conversations with Mr. Stinson, both Stinsons, in all conversations about where that site currently stands, as far as it's still remaining a Brownsfield site, and Mr. Stinson and the family is still interested in purchasing the property. So staff is recommending approval of Resolution 52, 2025 for the sale of the property to Mr. Stinson in the amount of $15,000 as agreed upon in April of 2015.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 52-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Poe. Any discussion at this present time in reference to Resolution 52-2025 from this commission? Hear none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Poe,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you to Mr. Stenson and family. Thank you all. Looking forward to this new wings coming into the city of South Bay. Looking forward to just the wonderful and great flavors that you always bring to those chicken wings within the city of South Bay. And congratulations. And Mrs. Manager, I just want to say thank you. It passed.
Amen.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Mr. Manager, go ahead, sir. You want to say
Mr.
something?
Stinson will be in contact with you get all the documents and settle the closing, settle all that up and get it scheduled. Yes, sir.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Pastor Carter, thank you for the prayers as well. We do appreciate it. Thank you. All right. We'll continue with our agenda tonight. With no orders tonight. Roosevelt Elementary School report. Mr. Hightower. Principal Hightower, I'm sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Greetings to the elected officials of South Bay. I come to give you a report from Rosenwald Elementary. Excuse my clothing today. We're in Spirit Week, so this is homecoming week. And yeah, so we are in Spirit Week. This is homecoming week, and so normally when the high school participate or celebrate homecoming week, we also celebrate as well. So we have a plethora of activities for our students this week. And as I was saying, homecoming, of course, you know, homecoming is Friday. So therefore, we have our drum line as well as our drill team who are participating in the homecoming parade and the homecoming festivities on Friday. Yesterday was actually the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month. And so we're recognizing and celebrating all of our Latinos, and Hispanics on October the 13th through the 15th. Right now, our students just completed testing, and our students are doing a phenomenal job of testing and preparation and preparing for testing. Our teachers are doing a phenomenal job of supporting our students, assisting our students, and helping them prepare for upcoming assessment. Now, this is the first assessment of the year they just completed. Now, it's not like when we went to school. We only took like maybe one test at the end of the year. But kids, they are constantly testing week in and week out. They have an assessment almost every week, if not bi-weekly, is weekly. And so this is the first assessment, and we normally target our students and normally determine how we plan on supporting our students for the remainder of the year. Because you know our goal is always to keep that A status and to keep A thriving for the remainder of the year. Also, young singers. And so now we have a new group of singers who are coming on board, and they are represented by the Kravitz Center. And so therefore, a young lady, her name is Carol, she's coming to the school weekly, not bi-weekly, but weekly, to work with our young ladies and our young men with preparing them of hopefully transitioning from the school to the Kravitz Center, where they can audition hopefully for a spot on their Kravitz Center board of the Kravitz Center board. And so on every Sunday they have a program where students perform. It's called Performing Arts, where students perform every Sunday to the audience, to the members, to people, to the community of West Palm Beach. And on October the 8th, that will be our second SAC meeting of the year. Any questions? Oh, I also want to thank Commissioner King for allowing us to use the chairs for our coronation, because we had coronation last night. And can I tell you how beautiful our students were, and how I'm so just proud of our students on their display of charisma, on their display of behavior. But the students were phenomenal last night. Any questions?
Satal, we want to thank you, sir. We do appreciate all the work that you and your staff does at Roosevelt Elementary School and the love that you shared. Your entire staff, the teachers, everyone connected to that particular school, they show towards the children and their parents as well. Because I noticed you had a lot of participants from parents from this community, sir. And I say congratulations on all the things you guys is doing. Continue to do the wonderful work that you're doing as the principal at that particular school. We do. Kudos you all. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. We continue with our agenda for tonight. The financial report, our treasurer, Commissioner Polk, and our finance director, Mr. Massey.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So, I had the opportunity to have my first meeting with the finance director, Mr. Massey, and we went over the finance report for September the 2nd as well as September the 16th.
Yes, sir.
And I want to recommend that we approve them both tonight. I also received the accounting procedural manual as well as the purchasing policy and procedures. And so I'm looking over those manuals and educating myself on those policies, on the purchasing policy, so I can just be on top of things a little more.
Yes, sir.
I recommend that we approve both September the 2nd and the 16th.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the financial report.
I second that motion.
All right. We have a motion by Commissioner Polk and a second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any questions per the financial report from this commission? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes?
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Kraus.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Commissioner Polk, and Mr. Master, thank you as well, sir, for showing him the roles in reference to the Finance Department. We do appreciate that, sir. We'll continue the City Clerk's report.
None.
None. City Manager report.
Mayor, the no report, but I do want to just share that the project, Northwest 10th Avenue project, is still on schedule. I know it's rough looking, and the construction zone may not be what everyone is looking for in that site, but right now it's a construction zone and the project is moving. The Northwest 11th project, awaiting the agreement from Florida Department of Transportation for the other side of 11th. We've had our initial kickoff meeting, agreement kickoff meeting has taken place. So that project is moving. We've cleared this week. I know we haven't talked about the environmental issues at Tanner Park in a while, but today we cleared some major hurdles with DEP and Florida Commerce Environmental Office. They've made some headways to that project, is back on track, moving. Never got off track, so let me not say that. It is moving now that some environmental hurdles have been jumped over. So we are moving that forward. Some other items will be coming back for consideration from the engineer for the commission to review. But the projects, we have a lot of construction projects underway, a lot of capital stuff that's happening here in the city, and all of it you may not see, but we are moving a lot of earth for development and just putting the city in a good place for 2026 and other years to come. So that's all, Mayor. Also, you will see going out on the social media platforms, just education material centered around your property taxes. And I know the city attorney brought it to the commission at the last commission meeting, but residents, you really need to pay attention to what's happening in the conversation centered around property taxes and its future impact on the capital improvements, the infrastructure improvements that's taking place in the communities just around. So you will see some more information hitting the media regarding just education of what property taxes really do for your community and how they operate, how they are used here in the city. So no other items, Mayor, Commission.
Thank you.
Also apologize. Except tomorrow night, 6 p.m. is the final budget hearing. So if you chime in online at 6 p.m., see you here for the final budget hearing on tomorrow night, which we'll consider the fiscal year 25-26 budget.
Thank you, thank you, City Manager Cameron. Appreciate that report. Any question from this commission for the City Manager report?
Yes.
Commissioner Pope.
Yeah, I just want to follow up about the afternoon recreation specialist. I know we discussed about the scheduling for that, and then also about the Apple and the Android applications that come with the upgrades for the website.
The website hasn't went live yet, so the new site is still being built. So yes, they are building the site so that the Apple and Android and all those apps will get rolled out. So that is still on the way. The afternoon recreation specialist, the schedule has been developed. The personnel is being shifted. So we have some internal things that we're working with on the personnel side regarding the afternoon specialist, afternoon recreation staff member.
Thank you.
All right. Any additional questions from this commission for the City Manager report? Hearing none, City Attorney's report.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
I thank you, Madam Attorney. Future agenda items? Hearing none. Before we move on, any report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department? Thank you, Sergeant. I want to appreciate you all being here tonight. Appreciate the wonderful work that you're doing as well. Thank you, sir. Commission comment for the good of the order. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to say thank everyone for coming out, taking part in your local government, being concerned about how we're serving you guys and moving our city. Again, to Mr. Stinson, congratulations on your purchasing of your property, and I'm looking forward to enjoying your new facility that you're looking to house there. And again, everyone have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Commissioner King. Commissioner Pope.
Yes. Again, congratulations to the Stenson family. God bless you all. Looking forward to eating some chicken wings. Amen. So, our Parks and Rec director is here, so we thank you, Mr. King, for what you guys do over there, especially with the seniors, man. They love you and Mr. Jerry. So, see? So, yeah. I'm excited what we'll build. We're building, and I'm excited what our progressions are going to bring about for the city of South Bay. So I'm looking forward to keep moving. Those are my final remarks for tonight. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you, Commissioner Pope. Vice Mayor.
Yes, thank you again, Mr. Mayor. Again, congratulations, Mr. Stinson and the Stinson family. We're looking forward to eating some delicious wings and fries and whatever else you guys are going to be cooking up in that restaurant. Again, have a great night tonight. I'm glad you guys came out, and may God continue to bless you and your families.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I did really everything the commission is saying tonight. Thank you. We do appreciate you. And before I move any further, I just want to say thank you all. Thank you for your prayers, and thank you for focusing on my family. During the time when the death of my son, and Commissioner, I want to thank you all for your support as well. Staff, I want to thank you as well. Madam Attorney, thank you also. And each and every one of you all out there, thank you all for being here for my family. Thank you for the wonderful and great prayers that you rendered during that particular time period. Also, Commissioner, I just want to say to the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, thank you. Thank you over and over again. I had the opportunity to speak with one of the deputies that came by the office yesterday, and I'm forewarning. I'm giving forewarnings. If you're speeding in the city of South Bay, they're going to give you a ticket. I'm here to tell you,
They're going to give you a ticket. I'm going to stand behind them 190%, not 110%, 190%. Because due to the fact that we are talked about in the Martin Luther King Boulevard, Palm Beach Road, in reference to our babies, don't hurt our babies. Don't hurt our residents. Please, slow down. If your residents is traveling back and forth north and south on, east and west on, north and south on Highway 27, tell them to slow down. Please tell them to slow down, because they're pulling you right to left. They're pulling them out on the highway. And as you're going toward Glade Central High School in the morning, slow down. Slow down. You may see an unmarked car out there, and one of the thing about it, if you can't see that motorcycle cop out, that deputy out there, you can't see him. And he's gonna throw the lights on you. So these are 4 warnings. Justice said to each and every one, not only just the residents in the city of South, but you have family members in the entire Glaze area, tell them to slow down in the school zone. Tell them to slow down on the highway, because they're gonna give you a ticket. They're definitely gonna give you a ticket. They might give you a warning, but the vast majority of the time, you run over the speed limit, they're gonna give you a ticket. And that's money coming out your pocket, and you can be using it for something else. And Commissioner, I want to say to you all tonight, I want us to try to put together a proclamation for Mount Calvary First Baptist Church in the city of South Bay, up under the leadership of Jamaris Bean and his congregation. And the reason I say this about a proclamation for that particular church, because on a Wednesday morning, you should see the number of people that gather at that particular church. 7 o'clock in the morning time, people's at his church. He haven't even set up no tents or nothing there in front of his church. And I think it's well deserving of that particular church to receive a proclamation on behalf of the city of South Bay for all the things that they do within the city of South Bay. They don't only just feed the residents in the city of South Bay. Residents come from other areas to receive food from his church. So I'm bringing to before this commissioner here, and I hope I can get your backing in reference to us putting a proclamation together to present to Mount Calvary First Baptist Church and its congregation up under the leadership of Pastor Jamaris Breen. I'm asking this from this commission. Yes, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Other than that, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all drive safe. And make sure you tell your baby that you love them when you go to bed tonight. And when you leave early in the morning, make sure you tell them, I love you, before they go to school. Thank you. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Meeting is adjourned.